to participate in the panel discussion. But just a couple of days back, I was in a way asked to represent my senior, His Excellency General Abdusalami Alhaji Abubakar, the former head of state. I call him my senior, and when I call him my senior, so many Nigerians may wink. I know in Nigeria, our former heads of state, we have a hierarchy. And General Gowon is our most senior. And I am the last born. And I enjoy the seats of the last born, because most cases when you read the media and my name is called, those are the benefits of the last born. Because even Buhari, who just finished, he will take his military position high up. It is only when the incumbent finishes serving that I will lose that privilege of being the last born. And I don't want to lose it. So thank you so much for today. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me also welcome all of you to Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, and indeed the headquarters of ECOWAS. I thank the International IDEA and their partners for putting together this annual retreat and for all the activities geared towards promoting peace and progress in our continent. I'm delighted that all those who spoke before me have set the tone and established the background for this important retreat of special envoys and high officials from Africa's regional economic communities on constitutional transition and on constitutional changes of government. While I agree with all that have already been said, I would like to add my voice to the critical points that have been raised by previous speakers. First, the theme of this second annual retreat is timely, given the pace of rising insecurity, mounting social tension, and the number of constitutional transitions and unconstitutional changes of government that we are facing in Africa today. Only 2 days ago, there was the inaugural Lomé Peace and Security Forum, which focused on responses to unconstitutional changes of government, ongoing political transitions, democracy, and good governance in Africa. This morning, as we are also here in Abuja, another dialogue on the same topic is starting in Accra, Ghana. These dialogues and workshops demonstrate the importance of Africans attached to the imperative of resolving the issues and challenges relating to the strengthening of democratic governance on the continent. What we were expecting from this retreat are concrete and actionable recommendations to respond to a sustainable and inclusive manner to these complex situations. The issue of inclusivity is not new for us in the ECOWAS region. We started to think about it in 2019 when we explored ways of improving the convergence principle mentioned in the protocol on democracy and good governance. I have always said that there is a strong connection between democracy and development, hence the need to deepen democracy, make it more inclusive, and strengthen the institutions of governance towards building a stable and prosperous society. I do not want to preempt the debate, which all of us will be involved. But for me, a dialogue on inclusivity should explore the process through which regional economic communities and special envoys are responding to constitutional transitions and unconstitutional changes of government, and the need to strengthen structures for credible elections, peace, mediations, and good governance. Another issue to be explored is the monitoring of these responses to the crisis and the adaptability with the rapid changing context in countries affected due to the several reasons, including security, climate change, and humanitarian challenges. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me conclude by saying that there are a lot of expectations on outcomes from the retreat. In Africa, democracy is currently facing many challenges, and of course, the Secretary General of the International Ideas enumerated and promised that there will be a publication very soon. I know all of us will want to read that publication because the global analysis appears sad but also interesting. Because of we must look at issues of coup d'etats, citizens' disenchantment, rising insecurity, and tough economic situations for which special panels like this one is expected to interrogate and provide solutions. Given the high level of participation to this meeting, when I look at the faces here, like Chambers and others, these are gurus in this sector. I'm sure that we can achieve the objective of having a transformational meeting. And I always say that for us to move forward, key political leaders need to be involved. Sometimes these conversations are very brilliant, but how do we make sure it works? It's like the debate between having strong institutions in countries or having a strong man. And I always say you need both. No matter how strong the institutions are, if you have some kind of character, they trample on the institutions and cause chaos in the society, and they will not give a damn. So you need somebody who meant well for the people, who can make the strong institutions to work. Otherwise, yes, you could have institutions, but they will wobble. There will be crisis, because there will be two forces jamming, the forces of executive president and the forces of head of an institution. Head of institution cannot stand the force of the president, especially in African countries. Maybe in America, yes, because democracy has consolidated there. We are not yet here. Here, we are still toddling. So I believe that we need to select leaders who will respect their laws of the country. And that is the key thing. If our leaders, our presidents, prime ministers, the parliament, and the judiciary can respect our laws, then 70% of the problem will be solved. So international ideas and your partners, I think this conversation, think about how you can bring all the presidents of Africa and key political leaders to sit somewhere and take certain decisions, not just when we go to Addis Ababa to discuss certain international political issues, but they must think about how we can bring inclusivity in our governance process. There's always this issue whether the military or the civilians are doing better. Sometimes the military are even more inclusive, because sometimes the civilian governments are more divided. They patronize more people that do not represent 10% of the population. The military tend to spread their appointments even better than civilian government, the sub-civilian government. So my feeling is that we need political leaders, especially serving political leaders, key political actors in this continent need to interrogate this subject. On that note, I wish all of us a very fruitful deliberations. Thank you all.